How are you? It's Ching, and we're actually going to go right into the focus 5 of the purposeful movement from Heights of Wellness. Altogether, there's 9 focuses. See, we're halfway there, right? More than halfway. So we're going to go, what's the 5th focus, right? It's your hip. We already learned our feet. We're going to come all the way up to the largest joint in your body, called a hip socket. So this is my pelvis. And one side we call pelvic, and there's a hip socket. Can you see that? Yeah. So that connects to your femur, okay? That's just thigh bone, common name. So sometimes we just call it thigh. So there's so many movement, so many muscle actually here to create movements. It's nice, right? Because the difference is right now is we tend to use one movement, which is called kind of flexion and extension. That's running, walking, spinning, right? And biking. So I'm going to introduce you how many other movement there is. So we're going to try to be fair to use them to really strengthen your glutes, which is what? Largest muscle in your body, okay? I always joke with my clients, if they're the largest muscle, so you better look pretty, right? And strong. And Joseph Pilates, I also teach Pilates, and he called those around this area from the waist to the hip, this area that's including your glutes and the tummy, right? He called it the powerhouse, right? So we're gonna take a look at it. What's the hip socket? So right, you got 2 of them, one each side. The hip socket is part of the pelvic, okay? And it's like a little socket here. I just use my hand. And we call it acetabulum cup. That's Italian, like a little vinegar cup. You know how you dip in things? Okay, little vinegar cup. Then this is your femur, your thigh bone, use my hands. That's the head of femur, goes right in there. So this socket, you know, it's kind of tricky. Some people's socket is a little shallower, so that means the range of motion is huge, right? And some people it's a little deep, so that means you have less range of motion, okay? So all depends. So when I teach people, I don't force them. I ask them using the right muscle to opening. But little by little, you can always get better, open more, and strengthen more, okay? But if you have a wide, I know I used to have a colleague when I taught at the University of Hartford, Hart School of Music, Theater, and the dance. So the theater, this one lady, she says, just to pick her leg up to shave in the shower, she will pop her hip socket out. That's because it's really too wide and also a hypermobile joint. So can you see how important to talk to those muscles? Remember, muscle holds a joint, okay? You don't want to stretch the joint because that's ligament holding joint together. You don't want overly stretch them and then start popping. So if you hypermobile joint, you'll focus on strength and really talk to the muscle. So do everything in a more functional way that can last much longer. Okay, so that's your acetabulum cup, hip socket. I'm gonna talk about all the movement gonna happen. So I'm turned sideways, you can see. So you know the 5 checkpoint from the focus 1 is so useful, okay? So we're going there. So that's your neutral position. I'm going to use my chair because I'm talking to you. You can put a chair or bring your cell phone or computer to a countertop, okay? So you can still watching. So right here, I have the 5 checkpoint, right? I'm holding to so I can talk to you without falling. Just preventing. I don't think I'm not gonna fall, okay? Not gonna have you worry. So I'm putting my hands right here. You can feel that hip socket. You can feel those tendons too passing down. You're gonna feel one big tendon is called the rectus femoris, okay? The longest quadricep muscle, there are 4 muscle. Rectus femoris, and then you have 3 vastus. Vastus mediali, laterally, this big muscle right here, and inside the rectus femoris, that's vastus intermediali. The only one that's 2 joint muscle connect to below the knee and to your hip is the rectus femoris, okay? So if you put your hands right here, if you find the ASIS, remember the ASIS? Yeah, Okay, so from there, so it's anterior superior iliac spine. So everybody has one each side. Okay, so there's an indentation here. If you just pull all your four fingers, maybe three, up there, you can see, you can feel those tendon. Then the tendon disappear when my knee past 90 degrees. And so you can see the tendon start lifting them with the muscle, right? So now this is called flexion of the hip socket, this extension. And when I go back, hyperextend, so I have to use my glutes. That's when you start strengthening your glute. That's, we will talk about walking, all that stuff. So this is the flexion, extension, slightly hyperextend. See, I didn't change anything. I'm not going into my lower back. The lower back is like, okay, not me again. Okay, so first responder, engage the pelvis area so you can move. So I'm supporting legs right here, squeeze. So that's a great glute exercise. Just extend the leg back. Okay, so that's flexion and extension. Then now I'm facing you. Okay, so now this is my right leg. Okay, of course, then this is my left. So I'm going to move my leg away from the center line. That's called abduction and adduction. So simply you see, right, the muscle on the side of your leg, abducting leg plus your obliques a little bit working together. Muscle inside the femur, okay, in the thigh, it's your adductor. That adductor is really important, really strong. It's balance you when you're walking so you don't, and same thing when you do skiing, right? So you want to keep a parallel position unless you're walking, herringbone, whatever, up and down the heels, right? So that's really good because you're using the rotation. So now steps 2, right? 4 movement actually. Flexion, extension, right? That's also called extension. Abduction, adduction, okay? So now, if I squeeze my glute, so I'm going to keep my legs same with my hip first. If I squeeze that inside my gluteal maximum, and there's there's 6 muscle dancers, we call it turnout muscles. So those lateral rotators, or 6 are the biggest one is called a piriformis. Yes, you heard about piriformis, right? Oh, sciatic problem because we sit right on that sciatic nerve too much. And the muscle is kind of like what? Like the fertile ground for the plants to grow, for the nerve to go through, okay? So you want that muscle nice, again, you're going to hear me say this all the time, juicy and strong. That's mean what? There's nice circulation. So if I engage my abdominal, I'm going to put my mind, talk to that deep 6, okay? Lateral rotators and the gluteal maximum. So you see, I'm going to lift my toe side off and I open. That's called laterally rotate and back to neutral. Laterally rotate and back to neutral. That's when I use the muscles when I'm standing to do it. You can do that sitting down till you squeeze, you can see the leg. So now, if I bend my knee, I put my weight on the left leg. If I bend my knee, relax the hip socket, see, laterally rotate, medial rotate. But that's much easier movement. They are activating. So the muscle is just using the hip socket to create range of motion, but it's not a strengthening work. Okay, so there's another reason why I love Qigong and Tai Chi Chuan so much. I try to combine everything together. It's called a heights wellness, so you're not doing one thing. And so you're not eating broccoli only. There's many greens, right, to make it all balanced. So now I love this. You know, when I walking the Qigong walking, the Tai Chi Chuan walking, I have to use all this. So now I'm being fair to all the muscles. So when you come down, you transfer weight, right? And then comes in. In the ballet world, we use a lot of lateral rotators. Then gradually you can see people, they say, oh, dancer walk like a duck. Yeah, because we're using the modern dance, we brought right back. Even when I was teaching dance, right? I taught ballet, I taught modern, I taught jazz, okay? And I taught improvisation, composition, because to me, it's in one. So if you understand to put everything together, so you can see how easy I go to teaching wellness with everything involved. Nutrition, breathing, and exercise. Okay, so you got all the movement, flexion, extension, squeeze your glutes, hyperextend, don't pop, right? Don't go into lower back. Abduction, adduction. I can do both there. I will be. You can do both there when you do, like the gymnasts do the slip on the balancing beam, okay? And for dancer, we do the split laterally rotate, not parallel position. So we don't jam in the cartilage on the head of femur into the socket. We don't want to wear cartilage off here and here, okay? That's why sometimes gymnasts, the career is very, very short because it's very, very, very extreme. It's fabulous to watch, but but it's also wearing, tearing a lot. So if you do better, if you have a better technique, it's helping, okay? You perform better, it helps preserve your joint better too. So those are important. So then you have laterally rotate and now medial rotate. We don't do medial rotate when we walk, okay? But when you do, when it comes to dancing, skiing, or what else? Actually equestrian, right? The horseback riding. You use a lot of the inner thigh to hugging, so sometimes this is tight that you can't stretch out. We will do all the stretching into the purposeful stretching with the active IC stretching. So right now we introduce the movement, and I'm also going to teach you some strength and work so you can feel the muscle a little more. Okay, we're going to calling them, and they're calling us, right? We don't want to lose tush, right? Everybody's like, try all different kind of shoes, whatever, to strengthen your glutes. You don't need those. You just need your feet and talk to it, right? So it's no wishful thinking how to do it correctly. So don't buy those shoes look like a rocker rocking, because it's going to be really terrible for your knee, okay? So, I'm sorry, sneaker company. And so you're gonna get ready. Okay, so I'm gonna turn this around here. Focus 4, we did the leg strengthening in parallel position, right? Let me do this a little even better. Okay, we did the leg strengthening, so we're going to review that. We're going to add in the laterally rotate, 2 position lateral rotation. Engage my abdominal. I'm not going to go so far. How close is how well softly your arm bending. So this is like you heard about bar exercise. They incorporate the ballet exercise. What I really like is the contour of the muscle. When you use it properly, you can see the design came back in. The original design. We lost the original design. So we get it back, right? Don't worry, you can get it back. So right here, I'm just going to review in parallel position, same with your hip. Okay, so ready? I turn side so you can see better. So I'm going to 5 checkpoint. I bend my knee, flex the hip, so I release. And I engage my abdominal, energy goes down, right? There's down, there's up. If you want to go up, you think down. I'm going to go up even more and push down. So I shift my weight to the ball of my feet. You saw me, right? I shift weight to the front a little bit, but I'm not going like that. I'm not shifting from my pelvis to kill my lower back. Lower back said, please just leave me alone for a little bit. Find that first responder, which you learn, use it, right? You learn it, you use it. So bend your knee straight. I'm transfer weight to the ball of my foot and start pushing down like a thumbtack. Press into, and then that's how you go up, right? Don't use your hands so much. Inhale. Exhale, you slowly lengthening to go down. So I'm thinking up to go down. Okay, you ready? 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale, normal down the breathing goes all the way up, looking forever far. Inhale. Exhale slowly. You want to go down, you're thinking up. So you're lengthening, always lengthening. We try to create long lean muscles. Exhale, press. Inhale. Exhale again, slowly lengthening to go down. Last one is all physics, but it's not rocket science. A hollow tummy, you just take care of your body. Inhale. Exhale, slowly I can feel my calf stretching. As my hollow tummy, I can feel each vertebrae lengthening, so I go, right? So now next one, you're going to do 10 times to really feel the calf and the hamstring, right? So inhale, exhale, I put my arms side. 1, look forever far. 2, hollow tummy. 3, push down. 4, tummy. 5, exhale. 6, and 7, last one, and on to 10 times, 8, 2 more, and then 9. Last one, 10. Okay, stay here. Remember, you take your hands off a little bit. You can feel the compartment muscles, right? Tom, Dick, and Harry. Ooh, you strengthen those toes. Those toes really, really working, and slowly come down. You bend your knee to release it. Oh, that's how quickly you recover, okay? So don't start screaming right away. So you go. Ready? You're going to keep your knee bent. We're going to talk to the soleus. Exhale, 1, and the tibialis posterior, 2, because they're one joint muscle. And 3, so you bend your knee. You still kind of massage them a little bit. 4, I'm strengthening the arch of my foot. 5. So we connect the whole leg now, right? Remember, you learned the foot exercise, then you learned the leg involvement with the foot, right? Then now with the involvement for the thigh and the foot. So the 3 sections, right? So I'm sorry, there's all 3. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, hollow your tummy. If you're really good, see if you can balance. Whee! And exhale, push down and return. 2 more times, push down. Really nice focus. Exhale, push down and return, stand up. So that's the 3 movements, 3 crucial movements. I love 3. So now, remember we say we're going to talk to the glutes now? Okay, they got to be really strong because you're going to use it running. You're supposed to push from the back leg to activate the glutes, so that power and the first responder to help you run faster. Otherwise, your leg gets really, really tired. So I'm going to squeeze the glutes to bring my heel together. I squeeze my tush again. See? I open the leg out. So kind of you can feel inner thigh now. We're going to strengthen that inner thigh because what? That helps us balance. Okay? Very good. So ready? So now when you do this, can you feel the 3 musketeers? Remember the 3 musketeers? Inner thigh, pelvic floor, first responder, plus the glutes now. Like glutes and first the transverse abdominal, first responder work very well together. Okay? That's in the pelvic area. So that's your neutral pelvic. I'm going to open knee side. So that's laterally rotate. Open knee side. I feel the release. Remember when you knee bend and relax the hip? Your tush is relaxed right now. Okay, now push down. Inner thigh, pelvic floor, first responder, glutes. Can you feel it engaged now? Okay, I'm going up. Exhale, really shake, squeeze the hand, shake, squeeze, squeeze. Inhale, stay here. Okay. Huge hug now. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Slowly come, feel inner thigh, and release. See, the whole exercise has release and build it up. Exhale, press, squeeze the handshake, right? And inhale, stay here. Even take your hands out, you can feel the toes working. Exhale, the most work is going down. Exhale, squeeze, going up, hollow your tummy, going up, 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 squeeze. Release on the inhale. Exhale again, press all the way up. Inhale, you can take your hands off. And slowly, slowly squeeze your glutes, hollow your tummy comes in. 1 more. And exhale, go. Pelvis upright, squeeze a little more. Inhale. Exhale again, lengthen the spine, going down. And release a little bit. So what happens if you sit in the office a lot? This is not going to open the first day. If you're running a lot, this is flex all the time. If you do a lot of horseback riding or spinning, right, or bike riding, summertime, and this time with this pandemic, everybody's getting a bike, which is great. I watch everybody, kids are out there riding bikes, wonderful. But you need to recover because that's repetitive movement in one way, okay? So we're not talking to a lot of muscle. We want to be fair. Remember? Okay, here we go. 10 times. I'm going to put my hands back so you can see better. Inhale, exhale, 1. Hollow tummy, 2. And 3. Push down, 4. And squeeze, 5. Squeeze, 6. Keep squeezing, 7. Hollow tummy, 8. And 9. And 10. Okay, bend your knee. Ooh, just release it. Okay, now we're going to feel the inner thigh stretch a little bit. I'm going to lift the heel, knee goes out to the side. 1. Knees out to the side because it's laterally rotate. 2, not going forward now, right? That's parallel positions. 3. Hollow tummy, 4. Hollow tummy, 5. And 6, you can put 2 hands on. Is 7. If you want more challenge, 1 hand. You want even more challenge, 2 hands, both hands off, so free hand. And keep going. You want to find the focus. And again, last one. And go, return, stand up. So you stand up, is what? Inner thigh, pelvic floor, first responder, adding the glutes to it. Okay, so it's nice straight. We're going to open your leg a little wider now. So I'm going to shift my weight to the left side, step out, and step out. So your heel, I'll face you now. The heel is pretty much a shoulder or hips width. I just keep a hip width if you're starting out. I will do everything this way. Now I'll turn a little bit so you can see my knee side. So I'm bend my knee side. Can you see that? Laterally rotate. Squeeze your glutes, comes in. Just like when you heel together, this open a little bit. So what? It's even more work on the glutes, right? Don't you just want that, right? Exhale, press nice and tall, right? Can you feel my gastra just, right? Contract. Slowly, I'm eccentric, contract the gastra, elongate. I'll do one more time this way. Inhale, exhale, you push down, squeeze your glutes. Inhale, you stay. Exhale, slowly, slowly heel down, and return. Okay, I'm gonna do sideways so you can see my pelvis stay neutral. Okay, so here we go. Nice and tall, and in, put my hands, and exhale, press up. See, pelvis neutral. Inhale, stay. Exhale, squeeze more. Remember, that's a huge, the most work. And you let it go. And return. Nice shake hand. And go. Squeeze the hand. Say, buddy, I haven't seen you for a while, right? And now squeeze the tush and slowly comes down. There, shake, handshake and the hugging and patting. So, and the inhale. Exhale again. Press up, hollow your tummy. Inhale. Slowly, slowly goes down. So we do 4 times kind of warm up. You ready? 10 times. Exhale, 1. Don't let go. And 2. Hollow tummy, 3. Tummy, 4. And the 5. Exhale, 6. Exhale, 7. And the 8. And the 9. Last one, 10. Comes down. Okay. Right? Every muscle on the legs, calf, everything. They're all screaming at you. That's good. Inhale, exhale, 1. Actually, that's a nice way to hang out. And the 3. Hollow tummy, 4. Hollow tummy, 5. You can see I'm keep opening. And the 6. So this one is a little harder. You can hang on to 7. And the 8. And the 9. And the 10. And return standing up. Shake your leg out. To recover, shake it out, let the fascia recover, and releasing. So that's the hip socket. It has so much movement there, right? So let me move the chair away. So so when you see laterally rotate, in the ballet world, when you see we do laterally rotate, the reason we do that, we have more range of motion. See, I can bring my knee much higher. Then you have to extend the leg all the way out. Now I'm strengthening my quadricep, okay? I'm not very good anymore. It's, I don't really need to lift my leg high. I don't have to perform it anymore. I just try to, right? Maintain and stay the best shape you can. So not try to impress people. So anyway, but it's all good. When you're young, do the impress, do the competition, all this stuff. And now it's for my health. It's just for your own health. So you got the quadriceps on your side, 4 muscles. Back, you have your hamstring. There are 3 muscles, okay? And then there's 3 muscles. So you have the medial one is called semi-tendon, semi-membranosus. Toward the lateral side is bicep femoral. That's the tightest one. I'm going to show you how to stretch them in later on. So after all this focus right now, just thinking about all this possibility, the terminology of the movement. And then you have 5 muscles for your inner thigh. So this triangle here, okay? There are 5 inner thigh muscles. There's only one also two joint muscle goes all the way down called gracilis. So I will type out the name for you too. Those are the movement we have. I'm going to show you one thing that's quite challenging. It's actually, it comes from the Qigong Tai Chi Chuan training. There are 8 basic stance. Ballet we have 5, like first position, second position, third and fourth and fifth, right? So that's when I get the buoyance, and we don't need that anymore. And so there's one of the movement in the Qigong Tai Chi Chuan called a sitting cross leg. I'm going to show you how important, how well you can use that leg and how strong the leg is when you do. You can do halfway, okay? If your knee doesn't have issue, you can try to go all the way. So right here, I'm going to start with my leg same with my hip, okay? So I'm bend both my knee first, okay? So I step forward, but I'm going to laterally rotate. So I'm turning a little bit. I'm laterally rotating my body toward the northeast corner. So I'm pick this leg up, okay? I'm going to go all the way down. It's called a sitting cross leg. My body straight up. So you see my knees here. My legs are crossed, and I'm sitting that cross leg. Now, how to get up? I'm going to lean forward, push the weight in the front leg a little bit, push and hollow your tummy and come straight up. You see? Okay. So don't try it. You can do from here. If you can do it, it's great, but try not to use the lower back to come back, okay? So now you can just do halfway. You can hang on the chair, go see how far you can go and feel the quadricep and all the way down. So I'm getting a nice stretch here. My knees are crossed. We'll call it sitting. You sit on the heel, cross leg. If you're Achilles tight, it's a little hard too. So lean forward. You ready? Just slightly push the front leg and slowly come back up. And there's so many movement in the Tai Chi Chuan Qigong that you're going way down, right? You're going way down. So you really strengthen and open and understand their transition with always twisting, right? You step and twisting. So you see, you're always using all those muscles. It's only because they present as slow. People think it's for elderly, but it's really not. We better start now, right? So I love it because you can practice anywhere. You don't need to lie down, especially the outdoor right now. It's so beautiful. So today, the focus in the hip socket, the relationship, the hip socket to your femur, okay? So all the muscle around it, you have the flexor muscle, extensors to your glutes, abductor, the side of your leg, vastus laterali, and the obliques, right, internal oblique, adductor, the inner, in the 5 inner muscle, okay? And then you have laterally rotate and medial rotate. Laterally rotate, medial. Now, if I want to strengthen them to really say hi, I squeeze my glutes to put my heel together, squeeze my tush, open my knee, but I did not go this way. I really want a nice opening. So if your hip socket a little tight like this, you just open a little bit, okay? Don't go like this and set it up because you're going to twist the knee. Wishful thinking is not. You want to know where that movement come from, okay? And if you walk, right? Remember we practiced the walking the other day, the other focus 2, the 4th one. So if I go like this, right? I get my glutes. That's why I push from the back leg. So even walking, right? You remember I said it's a core exercise. You feel the first responder, right? You go, you lean, push, and steps. Just practice that, right? You lean, you push, and step, so you know how to use the right muscle. Running, same thing. Remember running in place first. So then you say, on your mark. So everybody, right? Your expression, let's go, right? On your mark, get set, push from the back leg. So then you engage your abdominals, so your legs is like a wheel, just spinning over, right? We keep repeating, okay? So anyway, keep practicing walking in place, running in place, then go out there, use it. How can you carry that into the real walking, the real running out there on grass, okay? So engage your abdominals so much. First responder, keep engaged. You're in training. I'm in training with my own muscles. How nice, right? It's time. So thank you for your attention, and I will see you soon. And I'm trying to, I have so many videos going out, so the purposeful movement probably Tuesday and Thursday. And right, so stay in touch and try to learn it all. If it's too hard, video is actually kind of like a tease. And then you can come to take my workshop and check out the website, heightsofwellness.com. I have weekly classes and the 2 to 3 days immersive workshop. So you will learn all night focus in, I think it was just 2 days workshop. I double check. And okay, so then you have questions. I can watch you. You can understand doing right and wrong. I have this beautiful studio with all the mirrors, so you can really help yourself to correct. Okay? Thank you so much. Take care. Have a good day.